while x is less than client.list. So the area of the screen without the borders and without the window. So that's definitely good. Or y. Finally, x here. X plus the width of a cross to shift. We have a cross, we position ourselves on the next one, and so on. So here it's x takes x plus, I will call it C cross size to continue saying that these are constants. C size here, there you go. And so the y is the same outside my loop. He doesn't take that anymore. Here we are in x. That's good. And so there, at the beginning we are in x. It crosses on 2, according to the line. If I do that, we will have them on this field. So that's good. Let's say 0 at the start. No, that's good. So x, it takes that. Or x takes 0 if we are on an even or an even. Shifted line or not shifted? Shifted line we take yes. For the first, if shifted. Then else, the first is shifted to move outside the screen. The second will be reset to 0, and then it goes back to the left and so on to have the sequence. In height. That's good. And so we will create information inside. So begin here and there in my thing. So I create a cross. And raise plus so that we create of salt my cross. One position, 1.1 point. F do x y 3 point. It was on Barca at Isaac, point Barca Isaac and the factor at 0.5. The size is good, the position is good, and afterwards we'll see the color. So, as it is, I should be filling the screen. We'll check that F9. I'm not going to do it on the crack, but on the show, by the way. X takes minus D3. And there, we're good. And by the way, it's a minus at the top, otherwise I'll be offset inside. On the Y. I kind of forgot to include the parent, that's not going to help. Here, I said, I go back to less than one field, and I don't forget my parent, otherwise it won't display. 3.1. And self, I'm going to put it in show rather than in the other. SoulCreate doesn't necessarily already have the screen size to show, he is sure to have it. So here, there you go. And so this here. I'm going to add a first time, just to be safe, to not do it multiple times, to do it only once. There we go. So it goes there, first time up in the create, and that I only handle it the first time. If not first, it's put the other way around. If it's the first time, then begin, first time profile, and end at the end. If let's go. So it's ugly. It's even very, very ugly, but I have a lag. In any case, it stopped at the end, which is already good. I feel like it's not displaying all of them. I kind of forgot a detail. I should still define the size of the cross. If I don't set it, it's not going to work. So cross.size with we indeed made ourselves truly believe, and the same for such a man indeed ourselves truly. At the hairdresser, I forgot to modify whether to be offset or not. That is going to be funny like that, indeed. So I'm going to modify something. So offset on the lines, offset line, take note, offset line. To reverse, so there, it should be good for the display. So a line that is outside and a line that resets to 0. One on top of the other. Okay, so the Y, I had said it wasn't at full height, but it needed to be offset by 0.75 of the size. So 3/4 of the size. It has arrived, so Y is not, that's it, it's that by 3/4. There, we should be there. There you go. So I believe I just have to put them in white and black and then rotate them randomly. Well, randomly, not necessarily, because if you look closely, he actually takes them diagonally. And once he finishes the screen, he takes the diagonal of the next color. And the white ones turn to the right, the black ones turn to the left. And moreover, contrary to what I did, they are not horizontal. They are diagonal. So in fact, they are interlocked with each other instead of being between two. I messed up on my thing. We'll do it like this for now. And then I'll make a second version, knowing that we just need to shift them to make it fit. Although, we're good. So it takes the full angle, so it must be below on the right with the same width as the thing. We'll need to enlarge the things again, so indeed it won't be too great with the gradient, so we'll make a first version like this, and I'll correct it. Right there. We're good. So we said one black, one white, one black, one white. So here, its offset line, its color. We'll start with the whites. Hop, white color. Next section. So if the line is offset, we're in white at the beginning. We'll say it here. And inside the thing, we reverse the color. So I've perhaps indeed the white color, then legging, and it's useless. It's qua.fill.color. In wa t alpha, colors not white, else. I do the same thing. Black. There you go. I have the white and black alternating horizontally and vertically. White, black, like that we'll have whites and blacks diagonally too, but it won't be the same result as the other one. But it's good I removed the stroke anyway, so cross dot stroke, so the outlines of the area. And brush kinds such as none, for example, or perhaps, or maybe, or possibly. And restarted. Yeah, not great at all. Not great at all, because in fact, they don't have enough spacing. That's why they offset them like that. Okay, so I'm going to reposition them right away in the correct direction, in the right place. So it's 0.33 for the height, not 50. So that it has the same width and height as each mouthpiece. And so I'm going to place them in a checkerboard pattern. So for that, I need to offset them again. One cross here, the next one, it's next to it, but it's offset in height. It's not right next to it, actually. It's next to it after two other crosses. So one cross there, one cross below, one cross above, one cross above, one cross below. Below, above, below, and above on the next one. In fact, so we're going to do it. How to? Anyway, one color, the inverse color below, and just above the next one. By changing the color again. Well, first I need to position them in such a way that they are diagonal. So, hello, Galactic. So we're not going to read this positioning anyway, so we'll try to stick them together. There. So they are already interlocked, one inside the other, so it's not like this thing here, the white one, it should be here already. First, we'll try to put it back in the right place by changing the positioning. The time that we are here, we move, we are at 0. We move by 1 star, we go down, we go up. It's every 0, 1, 3, 3 actually. 1/3 we have 1, which is here, it's there. I go over them in squares actually. So we have a point here. We have a black one. If I shift by 1 zone, we have 2/3, I have 1 below by 1/3. I move by 2/3. I have one below. Two-thirds, 1/3, 2/3, 1/3. We have the next square. 2/3, 1/3. We have the next square. So we're going to do that. So x something. The x, it's that times 2 over 3. The y, it's times 2 over 3 as well. And here, y will change too. I will answer. So 2/3 horizontally, 1/3 going down. X plus c, size 3 by 1 over 3. Let's try to see what it gives. Like this. It's going to be horrible. We already have a line. They are fine like this. And the first one is nice and white, so that's okay. We just need to do this across the entire screen size. So we will start at 0 on each. If we are here, we move on to the next area. If we overflow the screen, we return to the start of the screen. Let's see what it gives. Let's see what it gives. Alt F4. So, client with machine. If y is greater than client. Weight. Then y in y minus client weight. Do we have the chance that it fits? No, it's a bit too messy. Okay, so we will manage them by line, as it was done initially. In any case, it's 2/3, 1/3 for the movement. I have one here, one there. The next of the inverted color is 1 and 2.5. Well, and 2/3. So 1.66 times the size to go to the next of the inverted color. Let's go. So here, y doesn't move here. So x is x plus the size of 3. So we shift by 1 and we add 0.63. Well, 0, add 2/3. So it's 5/3 of the thing. And we switch to the inverse color. We'll get there. We'll get there. So here it seems to be roughly correct. I just have to nest the others in the next line. Not just more or less. So horizontally, we've got it. Once we have it, we go down a line. We'll do that. We go down a zone in full rather than the full size, and we position ourselves at 0.66 of the previous line. So we go down by 1/3. And the x, it's not 0 or half, actually, it's 0.66 of the thing. So we're at 0.66. And there are actually 3 lines. So we're here. Then we're at minus 1/3. On the next line of... No, we are here. Here, I have a square here. To go to the next line, you need to go down by 1/3. And you need to go to 0.66 of the next one. And so there I have my white square. The line after. It's The line, according to her, is at 0.66, so we actually went back down to 1. Yeah, that's it. We have an alternation of 1/3, 2/3 each time. And here we are at 1, 2/3 on the thing, 1/3, 2/3. Yeah. Poo 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 poo. We go down by 1/3. What does that give us? So the cross size, we'll leave it at 1/3. We'll make one on the outside, and the next one will be at 1/3 of the other. Actually, it's on 3 levels. For the Y and the X, I don't remember. What does that give us? They're doing anything. Don't lead especially. Ah, yeah. Okay. So I have my thing. I'm well offset on the next one, but not with the right color. That could be funny like that too here. So I said the horizontal is managed. Now the height, so we're on that. The next line is 1/3 below. We're here. The next line is again 1/3 below. So it's indeed 1/3. For the Y, that's good. Here. We go down here for this one. And we move forward by 66% of the size. We go back down here for the black one there. And we're at 66. So on the X, it's 66 that we shift and we go down by 1. 66, 1, 66, and 1.